Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is Salim Akhtar Malik, your host at the Observation Post channel. On this channel, I discuss with you issues of national and international importance, military history, as well as military technology. You can interact with me on this channel by giving your views and comments, which I hold very important to me, because your views and comments help me in fine-tuning my talks, which I deliver to you from time to time on this channel. So do give your views and comments on this talk also. So starting today, I'll be delivering a series of talks on the 1971 war, that is the December 1971 war between Pakistan and India. And this is the first of the series of these talks. And you can take it as an introductory talk to the 1971 war or a curtain raiser to discussing the 1971 war. We all know that in 1971, in 1970, there were elections. There were general elections in Pakistan in which two political parties emerged as the prominent parties. I do not say both the parties were majority parties. Yes, Awami League was the majority party in the parliament, but it did not have any candidate or any member elected from West Pakistan. On the other hand, People's Party had not bothered even to field a single candidate from West Pakistan, from East Pakistan. So, whereas Awami League had fielded 7 candidates and none of them could make it to the National Assembly, the Pakistan People's Party did not field even a single candidate from East Pakistan. So there was sort of a stalemate. The National Assembly session was postponed by President Yahya Khan, who was then ruling Pakistan. He was a military ruler. And he had postponed the National Assembly session to give time to both the political parties to contemplate about the situation and come to a consensus or reach a consensus. But then Awami League started an agitation, and Pakistan Army had to intervene. It had to crack down on the violence, on the violent agitators from the Awami League, and as a result of which a large number of Bengalis, they crossed the border, international border between Pakistan and India in the eastern sector, and they sought refuge in India. And India took it as an excuse to intervene in Pakistan internal matters, and it said that due to the large number of refugees which were coming into India, it was not possible for India to remain indifferent. So there was an insurgency which was abetted by India, and a civil war started. A civil war in which India was helping the Bengali insurgents belonging to the Awami League. Now in April 1971, there was a meeting in which Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister of India, asked General Manek Shah, who was the Indian Army chief, to go into East Pakistan and to control the situation there. But Manek Shah, a few years later, in an interview, he said that he refused. He refused the demand by Indira Gandhi. And he said that he was not prepared, rather, Indian Army was not prepared to go to war in East Pakistan. And he wanted time for preparation, which Indira Gandhi granted him. So the Indian army started preparing for the war, but then, whereas General Manek Shah had demanded or had asked for a couple of months to prepare for war, Indian army had actually started interfering in East Pakistan starting May 1971 war. So on 15th of May 1971, Indian army started Operation Jackpot, and in this operation it divided the border along East Pakistan into 7 logistical sectors, and each sector was commanded by a brigadier of the Indian Army. And Indian Army thereafter started training, arming, and sending infiltrators into East Pakistan to fight an insurgency, which culminated into an all-out war in December. Now the situation in East Pakistan was precarious for Pakistan. In East Pakistan was precarious as far as Pakistan was concerned. East Pakistan was surrounded on 3 sides or from 3 sides by India, and on the 4th side there was Bay of Bengal. So India had 6 infantry divisions as compared with the 3 infantry divisions which Pakistan had. And out of these 3 Pakistani infantry divisions, 2 were airlifted from West Pakistan to East Pakistan after the insurgency had started there, and they were without their complement of artillery and vehicles. So they only had their small and heavy arms. On the other hand, as I said, India had 6 infantry divisions, portion of a mountain division which it had withdrawn from the China-India border, and a little less than an armored brigade. So besides this, India had the advantage that it had infiltrated till December 1971 around 100,000 trained Bengalis who were operating behind Pakistan army lines and providing support to the Indian army effort. So this was the situation, and as a result of this, the Indian army attacked Pakistan in November, on night November 20th and 21st. So generally it is believed that the war had started on 3rd December. In fact, it had started on night 20th, 21st November, when Indian army attacked East Pakistan all along the international border, and it attacked 23 salients along the border. 23 salients along the border in order to knock out Pakistan army from the border areas, to create space for the Indian army to subsequently launch its major operation against the Pakistan army. So this is how the war between India and Pakistan started. We will talk more about it subsequently in detail